Yo, what's good? It's your boy Freak here, and today I will be going through another build with another javelin. But before I continue this video, I am aware that basically Anthem has definitely released their big patch. But my Colossus build is definitely still good because basically technically at this point, looking at the patch notes, they technically buffed the Colossus. So basically like the last one, basically what I'll do is I'll show you what I have with my gears and components, and basically then I'll showcase and then I'll show you how I basically use that build. Today, of course, we'll be going over the Storm Javelin, and this specific build is an all electric type build. So let's get started, I guess. So moving on to my support seals. Basically the support seal that I'm using is Wind Wall. It creates a wall of wind at a set position that blocks projectiles. My bonuses are 13% damage, 8% LMG ammo, and 19% marksman rifle ammo. So moving on to the focus seals. The seal is called Seal of the Open Mind. It's an upgraded version of the Shock Burst. It bounces electrical orbs seeking targets, but shocks permanently, gains extra charge. My bonuses are 25% gear speed, 40% on support speed, 15% on marksman rifle damage, and 25% on speed in general. Alright, so moving on to the blast seals. I use Pondered Infinity. It's an upgraded version of Lightning Strike, combo effects and chains. There's a passive called Raptor's Amplitude. Basically, while hovering, electric damage is increased by 60%. My bonuses are 8% on speed in general, 13% pickup radius, 10% on heavy pistol damage, and 18% on elemental damage. Alright, finally moving on to the components. Even though they nerfed it, I'm using a component called Token of the Pupil. It increases the number of combo chains by 2, and hitting an enemy with an L1 increases R1 damage by 60% for 10 seconds. My bonuses was 8% on shield delay and 13% on effect duration. The second component is buff. It is called Vanguard's Token. It increases armor by 25%. Its shield break increases damage resistance by 40% for 10 seconds. My bonuses was 15% support speed and 25% on harvest bonus. The third component is nerf. It is called Tokens of the Master. It increased blast damage by 35%. Hitting an enemy with a R1 increases L1 damage by 60% for 10 seconds. My bonuses was 20% on support speed and 13% on shield refresh. The fourth ability that I'm using is somewhat nerfed. It's called Tone Precision. It increased electrical damage by 5% and electrical effect by 5%. When defeating an enemy, it increases elemental damage by 40% for 10 seconds. My bonuses was 15% support speed and 30% luck. The fifth component is buffed. It's called Marks of Clarity. It increases elemental damage resistance by 35%. Clearing a status restores 40% of your armor and can occur every second. My bonuses was 8% resupply drop rate and 3% shield delay. The last component I'm using is called Tokens of Daring. It was changed. Now it increases elemental damage by 35% and decreases physical damage by 35%. On shield break, it instantly recharges all gears. My bonuses was 10% on impact resistance and 7% on effect resistance. So the Seal of the Open Mind was somewhat nerfed. They removed the requirement of being above targets. Now it permanently has 2 charges, but you technically shouldn't really have to worry about that because you should be able to do it constantly. You're not going to be doing a lot, you're not going to be spamming it a lot, but you should be able to do it constantly. Since it's an electric type build, it's obviously good against people with shields, but terrible with people with armor. You can at least do more damage to them since you will be able to prime and detonate, but even with that, you still wouldn't be able to finish them off. You have to use your weapons on it. Since the Storm Javelin can stay up in the air the longest, basically it's better to use a long range weapon like a sniper or a marksman rifle, but sadly you can't be that far because you need to use your Ponder Infinity to finish them off with the combo. Because the ability itself does a good amount of damage towards minions, but basically when it comes down to those big tank guys and bosses, it's pretty shitty. So basically you'll do more damage using the combo. And just basically be wary on your health and your ammo, because basically you will be up in the air a lot, since basically this build is specifically for range. So basically you're going to be away from ammo packs and health packs, especially since the Storm Javelin is technically a sponge at this point. They did buff him a little bit using the Vanguard's token, so basically they increased his armor and basically his armor resistance by at least 40%. So basically in this case, he won't usually die by any elemental damage. He is at least a little tougher. Same thing goes with the Marks of Clarity, which basically restores basically 40% of your armor when most of your statuses are clear, and it happens like almost every second. But you could basically change the token of daring for something else, because basically that will cost you more physical damage. Well, I guess it covers the whole build. So if you like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. I do reviews, video, PvP matches, streams, and more. And please don't forget to follow me on my Facebook page and my Twitch account, because I stream on those platforms as well. Everything should be in the description box below. Deuces.